So the next dish that I'm gonna prepare for you today is pretty much like it's like cake, but it's like a Mealie meal cake. Okay, but yeah, so I was trying to go through this Zambian cookbook. Closest I got in this book was the cassava cake, so that's not what we're looking for. So today is the day I'm gonna cook Ichizyanti. Ichizyanti. It's also Mealie meal based. It's something we cooked when your parents were not around and you and your friends were at home. You found some stray Mealie meal. Mealie meal wasn't like this back in the day. It wasn't just lying around, okay? Or sugar, cooking oil. So those ingredients were always locked up in the parents' bedroom, would you believe? So today we're going to make Ichizyanti bakamba. So it's also Mealie meal based. So we're gonna mix. I'm not doing any measurements. We didn't measure then. We didn't know how much to use. I probably think 2. Yeah, this looks like enough. 2 Mealie meal, 3, 2.5. Okay, and water. So this pretty much like a mashola. You needed it to be a bit thick, like thick porridge, sort of. Yeah, that's the way you needed it to be. When we were young, we were specialized. There was somebody who was specialized at this, somebody who was specialized at cleaning the tins, someone who was specialized at making the fire outside. So yeah, it has to be pretty like thick, like this almost. And you mixed it and mixed it. If you had the luxury to add margarine, we had no butter back in the day. It was margarine, yeah. Stock margarine, aka stock or akam. So I'm gonna add, again, I'm not measuring. I'm just gonna add. If you wanted, you could add egg if you had the luxury of having egg. Milk was also a luxury.
Everything was a luxury.
Yeah, back in the day, everything. So it wasn't. It was a luxury because it was difficult to find. Not that our parents couldn't afford it. People had to queue up to buy all these ingredients. Now, like I said, you needed an expert to mix. I know I'm old school, but one of the things I like about new school is there's technology. So I'm not gonna waste time trying to, mix this properly.
But what if that messes up the recipe? Maybe
It's not going to mess up it will actually be better. As I was saying, maybe old school, but I love new school because of technology. So I'm not gonna waste time. Kumba.
How would you mix it in?
Okay. So let's do this quickly. Okay.
How would you mix it in the olden days?
Just with a stick. What's funny? Okay, a cooking stick.
A wooden spoon.
Yes, a wooden spoon. That's what I mean, a wooden spoon. Okay. So now the mixing is done. Like I said, they were experts at mixing. They were experts at packing. They were experts at making.
What were you an expert at?
Neither.
Okay. I was an expert at mixing with a stick. That's where my role ended.
So you used to do this with your friends?
Yes, that was what we guys did for fun. We had real friends, not like the friends you guys have.
Ow.
So you see how nicely it is mixed now. So this comes probably.
How would you do if it was too sweet?
That was actually the whole idea. If it was too sweet, everybody back then had a sweet tooth. So I was good at mixing. You're asking. That was, in fact, after the mixing, that's where my role ended. There was something for everybody to do. Now, this is the best part. What do you guys think we used for Ichizyanti? Take a guess.
No, that's...
Yes.
What?
Yes. Look, smell it.
No. What does it smell like? Metal.
Yeah, see, it's cleaned, it's disinfected 100%, and it was always this tin, the Cobra tin.
But why not just use a cake pan or something?
What cake pan? We didn't have cake pans back in the day.
Why not use a bowl?
I've used the bowl to mix. So now this is the Cobra tin that we used to use, and it was the red Cobra polish, but this will do fine. And also this, it was always nugget back in the day, so it was a nugget thing.
So would you tell your parents not to throw the tins, or like you just do?
So you made sure when it's finished, you put it in the tin. So I'm gonna put one here. Any volunteer to fill the other one? So, and the good thing is make sure you shut it tight, okay? Tight, 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 tight. Okay.
Looks like a Zambian recipe.
Looks like what?
A Zambian recipe.
It is a Zambian recipe.
Because it is. Can you open it?
So see why you use the nugget was used to open. So fill that in. I've cleaned it. You won't smell anything.
You don't trust.
Huh? You won't smell anything.
So when you're polishing your shoes, would you like use it dry? Or would you just wash the rest out?
So when it finishes, then you pour hot water to get rid of the wax, and then you dried it in the sun. And the smell, I mean, you guys have smelled it. There's no smell, right? See, there's no smell. So we close this. Thank you. It was always a Don't worry, this used to happen. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Wow, this is like fun.
See, that was fun. Can you imagine you're doing this, watching out for your parents? Because if they found you doing this, you'd be in trouble for spoiling Mealie meal. Somebody close that, please. I don't remember ever being caught. That was the fun part.
If you used to do this, would you be upset?
I'd have to find out first.
I don't think so.
It's fun. No, today it's fun. The only reason, like I said, because you didn't find most of these, Mealie meal. You had to queue up for Mealie meal, for sugar, for cooking oil. So it was always in short supply. That's why our parents locked it in the bedroom. So this is the third one. Okay, it's sealed. Is that other one sealed?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 3 tins here. It was always a Cobra tin and the nugget, and this is just one that I added. So we didn't use the stove. You're gonna see outside there. Razor. So you're gonna see what we used outside. Now, when I was telling you about different things, different people did different things, there was also somebody designated to carry this outside.
I can do that. That's
And it needed to be somebody without jelly hands, because if you dropped it, I remember one of my friends dropped this on the way out and it opened, and we didn't speak to him for 2 months. He was excommunicated. Yeah. So this is how it was. So there was someone who wants to carry this outside.
Oh,
See, because if you drop it, I won't talk. So I'm going to give myself the honor and privilege to carry this outside. So I'm going to carry it outside. So we're going to go outside now. I'm going to show you what we used to do. So there was a lot of specialization of duties when it came to Babula. There were some other guys who were good at this. I wasn't an expert at this. Because we've gone green, so we're not using the actual charcoal, we're using the charcoal bricks, environmentally friendly. And again, one thing I like about New School, you don't have to put papers there, parafini, puta. New School has helped with firelighters, so it will be easy. Plus, also, you don't need matches. You just, yeah. So New School is not so bad.
so whose job was lighting the fire?
Like I said, there were people who were good at it, so you let them do it.
Do you remember anybody you used to do this with?
Yes, I do.
Are you still friends with anybody you used to do this with?
There's one guy, you know him, he comes around here.
Oh, really?
The one with the white car, he comes sometimes. He lives in the neighborhood. Yeah, we did this together. I don't want to embarrass him. But it's not him who was good at this. It was actually his cousin who was good at making the fire. So, one of the other things that you needed for the fire to grow was pipe. If you check our Facebook page, now you guys, if you remember your science, do you know how this works?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah, there's no.
Air comes in from underneath here and it goes up, and in the process it's ventilating and it's making the fire light quicker. So the way you knew that the fire was ready, because this fell off on its own, piping up and then the fire is ready.
How though?
Huh?
How? Why?
Because look, when the
That
bricks
looks really
get burnt,
heavy.
no, when the bricks get burnt, so they lose mass and it shifts and it falls
so it
off.
falls off, okay.
That was
So
super
where would
cool.
you get the pipe from?
These were everywhere. I mean, look at this.
What
You
is
found
that?
pipes lying around. You went to the dump in the mines and you picked up. Everybody had one of these. pipe. Let me show you something. What we used to do to make it light up quicker, because we were not interested in waiting using the pipe, the pipe. So this is something my grandmother was against. She says never do this. So I'll take this off. I can still touch it. It's not. So it looks like a kamunjona kakuka, as we used to say na kuka. It's baby shot actually pona. But what we're gonna do is just give it a little kick. I know my grandmother, she must be turning in her grave. Wouldn't allow that, but yeah, now I can feel the heat. So I'm just gonna do one little trick that we used to do as kids. It was also fun. The elders used to tell you about Stefim Babula, and like the typical thing in Africa, they wouldn't tell you why not. But I got to find out why, because Kumushi in the village, when you're doing that, Kumbabula, remember they were thatched so they'd get burnt. So that's why you were not allowed to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway just for fun. So I remember my grandmother, oh, she used to be livid when she saw you doing this. There was no proper reason given, but it's still fun actually. You feel like you're going to take off. Helicopter, that's what we used to call it. So now ukuko, and I think ukukuka comes from the word cooking. When you say it's cooking. Yeah, so kumushefu bale kan chef yatinga tuapona pamtenge kutika so it's done. So now we're going to the oven. Put am kupishe Ichizyanti. So akali ndina kembika and again, I love new school. These Chinese mittens are excellent. So there were guys who were good at making the fire, handling the fire. New school is good. We've got mittens, Chinese mittens, so I can hold this. So you laid some rocks. This is in the backyard, remember? Just a bit there.
How long would this take?
30 minutes really. There was not much timing anyway, but we'll see. So bring, quick. Okay, so remember the cobra tin, right down there. I cannot get, and another one here. I can't hold this. I have to put my mittens on. So then you put on the bottom. Then
Are you going to bury it after?
yes.
But then wouldn't there be no oxygen, so then it wouldn't...
No, that's why there are gaps in there. That's why you use the rocks. Because you know, if you compact it to your point, there will be no oxygen. But by using the rocks and the other rocks that we put in, you leave air pockets in between.
So when you're done with all of this, would you cover it up in the...
Yes.
Or like, would it be your secret spot?
No, you waited like 30 minutes or something like that. Look, again, there was an expert who would tell you when it's ready. Specialization. Bring some more charcoal.
This seems like a long process.
It was fun. That's how we guys had fun. You know, this is what we called playing. Not like you guys sitting in your rooms on your phones.
Snapchat.
See, so you'd be gone like the whole day basically, hanging out with your friends, like real friends, not your friends on social media, to do fun stuff like this.
What do you have against our friends?
What do I have? What?
Against our friends.
I don't have anything against your friends. I didn't say I had anything against them. What's say anymore? Mananga chala Ichizyanti. Okay, so do you guys know why we used to put leaves?
To stop the smell of burning?
Nope.
So that people won't notice what's under
Thank
it.
you. Very good. Clever. We were clever, weren't we? So this was to hide the contraption. I think it's ready now. Ichizyanti. Okay, it's smoking. So what we were doing is we remove the leaves. I'm going to use the Chinese mittens. Back in the day, obviously, you had somebody who was clever at this. Yeah, see. So if you see this is black, so it's a good sign. The fact that this is black is a good sign. I can still feel the heat. So most probably Ichizyanti. I love new school because new school I'm able to use the mittens. Back in the day it wasn't like that. And I can just throw these to the side. Huh? Wow, the heat I can see, I can feel it. This is good news. Zoom in. I like this. I like this. I like this. This is the kind of sign you want, so you know that chances of intinini, mwalishi wa intinini wapi? Ati Ichizyanti na chipia intinini, then chipile. But if you saw muliro, na chipia. Wonderful. Now, kwali aba change aba lumendo, wale wonfio tumuti. Nachimi mwana no tumuti wapi? To mara.
So if everyone used to hide it under the leaves, wouldn't it be obvious? Because everyone hides under leaves.
Yeah, well, not really.
Were your things ever stolen or you'd watch over them?
There was no stealing back in the day. Everybody was friendly. No, you didn't steal. Yes. You didn't steal. Yes, so the tin's black. That's a good sign. Now, when I feel like black here, this much like any chicken. Akakopo, so kafumeni.
Rip the mittens.
Can you guys see this? Look at how black it is. That was always a good sign.
So if you didn't have mittens, what would you use?
That's like what Mr. Piri is doing. Sticks.
Sticks and stones.
Sticks. But because I got Chinese mittens.
Do it the easy way?
Yeah. And this is silicone. See? Love these. Hey, where's the other one? Can you see this red heat? That means this is meh.
Who would open them up? Who would open the containers?
It was a ceremony to open them. Yeah, so this is black, nice and black. Can you see that? I hope it's not overcooked.
So this is like...
So one more tin.
This is like an ancient way of making cake.
Yeah. We were clever. We didn't need microwave ovens. We didn't need ovens. Okay, it's also nice and black. So chances are that our cake, Ichizyanti is well done. Can you zoom in on the tins? Can you see them? I can hold them with my Chinese mitten. Can you see?
Wow.
So when it's black like that, it's a good sign that Ichizyanti na chipia. So we're gonna do this. So there was this ceremony, okay? So when you got it and took it to the house, no one spoke. Do you know why?
So that your parents wouldn't find out?
Yeah, exactly. It's a special moment. No one spoke and everybody walked in silence. There was actually a belief that if you spoke, then it wasn't going to be ready. So we're gonna walk into the house. I can smell it. Yes, I can smell it. It smells done.
What does it smell like?
What does it smell like?
It smells like a cake.
All I'm smelling is fine.
Okay, so now in silence, people, we walk back into the house. Okay, we've made it back into the house. This doesn't look good, and I'll tell you why. Because they're too light. They're actually supposed to be heavy. Actually, no, that doesn't look good at all. Burnt to crisp. I think this one as well, I can feel it. Yeah, this one.
Burnt?
Yeah, we left it in too long. See, but can you see that? That's the way it was supposed to be. No, this one sounds better.
Oh no.
At least
now,
what's embarrassing is
for the anticipation.
But we're still gonna taste. Yeah, the good part. The good part. The good part.
So,
Yeah, so, okay, this one's definitely overdone, dead. We left it in the fire too long. So, yeah, but look, this is the way it was supposed to be. Who's gonna taste?
Oh, I smell. Me.
Who's gonna taste?
Me.
What do you think?
Like charcoal?
What do you think?
More sugar.
More sugar? Is it hot?
Mm-hmm. She did want to try some. No, I didn't.
More sugar.
I want to try some.
This actually tastes nice. If it was
See, well, not too bad off. Can you see the way it looks? So the whole of it obviously is supposed to be like that.
That's too much.
What do you think that's too much? What do you think that's too much? Okay, taste. It's hot. Huh?
Give me butter. Next.
See, it's steaming hot, so it's not bad. I was a bit okay. This one is overdone. This one is overdone. But can you see the way it's nice and golden? That's the way it's supposed to be. Put on your hand,
Not enough sugar.
I know I didn't put too much sugar, but otherwise,
Pretty good.
yeah, pretty good.
It
Otherwise,
just tastes like Nshima.
It's not
it's
bad.
a Mealie milk cake. Ichizyanti.
What's the
So
difference?
it will taste like
What's the
Nshima.
difference between this and just porridge?
Okay. So it is sort of like porridge. It's just, like a cakey porridge, like cake.
Gordon Ramsay. So
Yeah, so but this is good. Look, I know the first one is burnt
You
to a
burnt
cinder.
it?
Yeah, but this one is kind of okay. It used to be like this, so the whole of it needs to be like this. So we can still taste this. Any more comments? We'll put a bit more sugar next time.
there's gonna be a next time.
What do you mean though? We don't have to make it perfect. They have to come out right.
There won't be a next time.
There is gonna be a next time. What's your
I rate it 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10?
8 out of 10.
Yeah, taste. Anyone else?
Let's do a final rating first.
Did any of you get sick when doing this?
Yeah, that's a
Why
good
would
question.
you get sick from doing
Because
that?
it's a very shady way to cook.
But that was back in the day and it was fun.
Can you
and
get
like, I
sick
keep
from
telling
eating
you
raw
that.
Nshima? You can, right?
No, but this is not raw. How can this be raw? Look, it's
Yeah,
almost
it's burnt.
overburnt on one side. That's why I said there were experts who used to say it's ready or it's not ready. So this is very ready. It's too ready, actually. So we never got sick from eating this.
Let's hear the
My rating on
That is goldenish. So this is the way it's supposed to come out, like the whole of it. Obviously, it's a bit burnt. I left it too long in the fire. Ichizyanti.
way too long.
And
So how would that be enough for all of you guys? Would you make more?
no, it was just like one tin, but it wasn't about the quantities. It was about the friendship, hanging together, eating each
Who
other.
would decide who gets the most?
There wasn't anything like that. Everybody got equal amounts. Yeah, that was friendship. Was about
Like-
real friendship.
How many of you would make it?
Probably like 5, 6.
That's way
in a
too
group.
many.
That's way too many. Those were real friends, not Facebook friends or Instagram friends. Real friends.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So it is Ichizyanti. Can you see? Feel this crust.
So, I mean, this is the second one that you've made, and there isn't I haven't been blown away.
You wouldn't be blown away. You needed to have been there to understand. This was how we guys had fun. May not work for you guys, but this was our way of
So, what
having
would
fun.
be a modern way of making this? Just putting it in the oven?
Yeah, just chuck it in the oven, mix, chuck it in the oven, proper timing so that it's not burnt like this. And that's why I said timing was very critical, because you needed somebody who had that acumen to say, now it's ready. As you can see, we left it in too long. That's why it's a bit. Oh, you're disowning me now. So Ichizyanti. This is one of the way, and it was always a tin of cobra. And of course, this one is burnt, the nugget one. That's
Can we try the modern way so that it comes out?
If you guys
better?
want to try the modern way, be my guest, but I'm not going to be.
You put milk, right?
This was the best. Yeah, I put milk.
I probably put more milk, more sugar. What did you put? Butter?
Yes, I put butter.
Wow.
It still just tastes like Nshima.
Did you put egg?
Yeah, it is, because it's Mealie milk, so it will taste like Ishima. Okay, good. So, this was what we used to do to have fun. One of the things. I know it takes long, but it was the fun part. It was more the fun than actually eating. Okay, guys. That is what we used to call Ichizyanti. So it's done. There was no term for when it's overdone, but when it was
Burnt.
underdone, we used to call it intinini. Yeah, it's burnt.
Would you eat it when it was underdone?
No, you'd get sick. If it was underdone, you'd get sick. But when it's overdone, you'd eat it. Okay, good. So next week, 3 simple dishes. So last week we did mashola. This week, Ichizyanti makamba. Next week, 3 very, very simple dishes. They're going to be quick. Hopefully nothing will be burnt. Next week, tukakwangula tukapento tunono fishanu kwangula and sweet mbalala, and the one that everybody's been asking for, towo mutwe. We're going to have that next week. Thank you.